Pep, just on Mahrez, have you got a clear idea now of what it was exactly, the substance he was supposed to have taken?
He made a little surgery after the Copa Africa about the noise, for breathe better, and that's why it's a normal situation. And the doctor, I think, is not for the national team, didn't send, the anesthesia or whatever, I don't know. That was the only reason why. So didn't have it in the right moment. After the last week came the control anti-doping, making the test, everything is clear, everything is fine, so he can play.
So have UK anti-doping since tested Riyadh?
Sorry?
Have UK anti-doping, have they tested Riyadh? Has he, since he missed the Community Shield, and you said one of the reasons was there's some concern he might fail a drugs test?
Yeah, our doctors came to me and said, we don't know exactly, because they know everything. You take something, you have to inform to the club to make in the list, and everybody knows it. We pass every month 1 or 2 controls every month here, for it's not a problem. In that moment we didn't have it because he did it in Algeria. And that's why I said for caution, said, be careful, so better don't use him. That was the reason why. And after this week, they come, I think so, they make a test control.
Oh, right, so they came and have tested him this week and he's passed, okay?
Yeah. Right. That's why he's ready for tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Just on that, with Sane out, obviously you've still got a lot of attacking options. It was Riyadh's first season last year. He finished it strongly after some difficult spells. How important is he going to be for you this year, and do you think he's going to get a lot more opportunity now with Leroy?
Well, first of all, the quality from Leroy, we don't have it. A little bit with Sterling, but the special quality Leroy is not around the world, so you can find him, attacking the space with this quality of speed, and Riyadh has another one. He doesn't come to make a substitute from Leroy. But my opinion, when I thought and I reviewed a few games during the summertime about the performance for Riyadh, was quite impressed. I was real good. The problem is I didn't play too much because in this position was one of the best players of the league in last season was Bernardo and Sterling. That's why. But of course now with absence from Leroy, we have one more up. Have more space and a lot of games. We have one less striker or player up front, so he's going to play. Everybody's going to play. And the way they're training, I try to let them play everyone.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
Aguero probably under you has reached, it feels like, higher levels than he has
Thank you so
at any
much.
point. But he's 31 now.
Manager is so good.
Can you expect him to maintain those levels at the age of 31? Could you still have him playing every week as your main striker?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's the same a little bit like Kyle and Cancelo, so he has to play good because Gabriel is there. And Gabriel knows he has to play good because Sergio's there. To do what we have done last season, they have to feel that feeling. It's not just nice words to the player to take the best performance, so that is not... But I'm pretty sure Sergio is going... I was really impressed, for example, in Copa America, the incredible level he played all the tournament, and I'm so happy for that. And he's a special guy for me because he's an incredible person. I laugh a lot with him, and he's an incredible striker. So he's going to help us like it happened all the seasons we were together.
Is that the secret, putting maybe that fear into him? Because maybe he never had that when he was here before you came. That fear that
I don't know what happened in the past, but I try to be honest with myself. And for example, the last game in Community Shield, I felt that Gabriel came back a little bit fitter, sharper than Sergio. But the last previous season, Community Shield against Chelsea, Sergio played and Gabriel didn't play because I felt it was sharper. It was a little bit better. It's my feeling, so maybe it was wrong. Maybe play Sergio against Liverpool, score 3 goals, so I don't know. But that it was the feeling. And that they need it. Everybody has to feel the pressure to increase his level and to be the best performance. Today, just, okay, it doesn't matter what happened, I'm going to play. In my teams, never happen. Never. So I have to be good performance in the training sessions, on the field. And for that reason, we have to be a good squad because it's not just words. So they know who's the guy next is an incredible level in this team, and that's why it's the only way to maintain this consistent for 4 competitions last season and 1 more this season, and trying tomorrow start the Premier League and being consistent as much as possible to arrive at less stages, less months, fighting for the titles.
With Rodri, it's been a long-going saga, you trying to find that player. We're aware of the sort of players you've looked at in the past. What makes him so special? Is it going to be a case of it was worth the wait?
Well, when you think like as a very defined holding midfielder, he's a typical holding midfielder. Like Michael Carrick, like Busquets, like this type of players, holding midfielder. Like you play thinking what is the best for the team. He doesn't play to make a good performance. He plays to make better the other ones. That is a typical holding midfielder with no tattoos, no ponytails, no perfect. So normal. That is holding midfielder. And he's young, he's tall, help us in the long balls. He's so intelligent, he's clever. He has long balls, short passes, good backwards. He learned Atletico Madrid with Simeone, many other things in defensively way. The work he did with Simeone is going to help us a lot in this season. And it's good, really good. I have the feeling sometimes players need more time. After 1 week, 10 days, we realize, that guy will be nice for us.
Better than the ones you missed out on?
Better than?
Better than the ones you missed out on?
The ones you missed.
The ones you tried to sign before but didn't sign?
No, but it's the same. So we tried to sign, didn't come, so another one. So these are other options. So other players have another qualities, like, for example, Rodri doesn't have. But in that specific position, playing in front of the defense or two holding midfielders, he knows the position quite well. Being young, so I think he's going to improve. You see it in this, like Laporte, and every training session is incredible focus. You talk to him, they understand. When you say something, they got it. So, and it's not quite common, to find these kind of players.
Yeah, it's about Rodri as well. How does he compare to Fernandinho? What does he do similarly? What does he do that's different?
Well, they're in terms of quite similar, but in terms of could know the Premier League and this intensity in the backwards, the transition. Fernandinho is one of the best players in the world. So the Fernandinho is good when you see the game phase on, to attack. So both they are complemented, so can play together. Fernandinho can play back. So we have alternative. That's good.
And you said about him playing, and similarly to Carrick and Busquets, does he remind you a bit of yourself as well when you played?
No.
Is he better?
Of course. No. I think it's now today the holding midfielders are more complete, are more physicality, and we play in the same position. But I think Rodri will become a top holding midfielder for the future. It is already. It's national team from Spain, and playing national team alongside Busquets, you have to be at quite level. And national team for Spain won a lot in the recent years, so this is where it is.
Sorry, just one more. You said at the end of last season, set pieces are like a weakness for you, and at the near post maybe. But he's been playing at the near post, and because he's so tall, does that help with to improve one of your weaknesses?
Yeah, I would like to have players like 190 and be incredible good players. I like to be total players, but sometimes for the way we play, we need another quality, and of course, going to help us. But this kind of situations, it's always the way you approach this kind of actions or this kind of set pieces, defenses, offenses. About the mentality. Gundogan, for example, last part of the season played last 1 month, 2 months. I said a few times, like with a Gundogan in that position last season, the way he played would have not been possible to win the Premier League and the FA Cup. He was, incredible the way he played. And I remember playing, for example, in Burnley, like he's so demanding long balls, second balls, how aggressive and concentrate, defend all these kind of balls. I believe more in this kind of situation, the way the mentality you approach. But if you are stronger and taller and you can jump in the right tempo and help us, of course, it's good.
Hi, Pep. Rodri's arrival obviously has an impact on Fernandinho. Do you see him playing at centre half a lot more this season?
Well, Fernandinho can play in the holding midfield. It's his position, but he can help us to play back. Back we have a 3 central defenders plus 1 or 2 from the academy, Eric and Taylor. That was impressed. I didn't know him quite well, but in pre-season in China, Taylor was so good. But Fernandinho, I think, has all the conditions to play in that position. You have to train him because he's for the build-up. Being holding midfielder help us a lot in the short passes, long passes. He's incredibly strong in the air, in the tempo. He's going forward, going backwards. So he can play in that position. So we're going to see. It depends, because we have a very good holding midfield players, and we're going to see. Depends on the levels.
I think you said to us on your first pre-season tour that he could play 10 positions, Fernandinho. Have you always had this kind of idea in mind that he could one day drop back?
Well, now he's 34. Now maybe he can play in 9 positions, not 10. But I can play. I think attacking midfielder, holding midfielder, center defender, playing the fullback in some periods, even left. It was not nice from my side to put him in left back. But I don't think a striker for long balls can play. Wingers, I don't think so. But him playing. But now we're going to be, for the age he has, Fernandinho suffered a little bit last season, in the last month about the injuries, Before it was every 3 days, and last season it was, at the end of the season, was start to struggling a little bit, for the age, for the amount of games, for everything. That's why we want him fit, physical good, and use him in the right moment, the right tempo. And, of course, he want to play every game, but we want him because he's important. He's our second captain, in the influence of his message in the locker room, and myself as well, especially when we talk. It's so important. His opinion take a lot of influence in my point of view about the team, about the locker room, about what is going on there inside.
Oh, hi, Pep. Only one team, Manchester United, have won 3 Premier League titles in a row, which I guess shows how difficult it is. How much tougher do you feel it's going to be to do that this season, to retain that title?
No, of course it's tougher. Last season when you asked me about back-to-back, I said, okay, we would like to do that, but don't think too much. So I'm not here to say the players, guys, think in April, May, you have to lift again the Premier League. So it's going to happen if we play good, especially be better than our opponents. That is what we have to do. Of course, will be great and incredible, but now when you are here in that position of the Community Shield, is try to make the team play good, better every game, take our rhythm, our pace, and don't think too much. It's no sense to think Premier League is far away. It's just this game, prepare next game against Tottenham, and after, Bournemouth, Brighton, and that is the first 4 games. That is what you have to be focused.
But this time last year, you said you weren't sure whether your players, you'd only find out whether your players had the motivation and the hunger and the desire, and clearly they did in winning the title. Do you see that again? Yeah. You see that hunger and desire?
Yeah, it was a test for me myself, for my players as well. So this club, after 1-1 title with Mancini or Manuel, the second season, they could not maintain that level, and we knew each other, but not after 100 points. It was the first time we won a big title together, and I didn't know that. It happened the same like in Barcelona, Bayern Munich. After win together, I don't know how to react. That's why in the beginning of the season we insist a lot about mentality, about everything, but why should I doubt or hesitate about these players, what they have done in the last 2 seasons? It's impossible. So, and especially the way in China they did it, and especially this week before the Community Shield, and especially this week, the way in every training session how focused they are. That no guarantee to win games, no guarantee. The way it's the third time I said the way they train this season, this week, it's going tomorrow make a good performance. Nobody guaranteed us, but it's the first. Without that, it's impossible. So it's the first step to still being there and keep going. What do you have to do? It's when I'm most confident I have as a manager, when I see the team alive, when I see the team training, what we want to do, trying to do what you have to do. When that's happened, say, okay, we can be confident. In fact, we'll be competitors, for the opponents, and that is the nicest thing as a manager in that period. Of course, when the weeks come, the players don't play regularly.